So today I'm going to show you how you can embed Domo into your Salesforce instance using the new Lightning Web Component. So to begin, the end result is that you're able to create this reusable component that can be shared across different screens or Lightning record pages. And so here, what I'm going to show you is I've embedded Domo on my account page. And in this case, I'm embedding a dashboard that just gives me an API widget that I can talk to, basically just a ChatGPT little thing. And so that's one component, but then also if I come over to my opportunities, I'm able to show a completely different component. This is an App Studio app that is filtered down to the specific opportunity that I'm on. And so really, like at the end of the day, this makes it a lot easier to administer from a Salesforce admin perspective. The Salesforce admin, once this component has been configured, will just drag it over to the Lightning record page. And in this case, just fill out a few things. So over here on the right, you can say whether it's a dashboard or card. You give it the embed ID that you get from Domo, how high you want it to be, and then also if you want filter columns. So in this case, this filter column is going to be on the Domo side. It's going to be the name of the column. And then the filter field value is going to be on the Salesforce side. So in this case, if I wanted to filter down to be just based on this specific account, I would just put an ID here. That's what we're going to build today. So let's talk about how we build this. So in this case, I have this repo here that I'll share in the comment section. But this basically explains what we're going to be doing. It's actually pretty straightforward. We're just going to be updating the Apex class, and we're going to be entering our client ID and secret that we get from developer.domo. And then you also do a couple other things. This tripped me up. So you have to add some remote site settings. This is just saying that your Salesforce instance trusts Domo. And then there's also this new trusted URL section in the settings of Salesforce that you'll add this public.domo. But all you'll do is you'll just take this, you can download it or you can git clone it into locally. And in this case, you'll end up with this. So you'll have a Lightning Web Component folder and then a classes folder. The only thing that we need to edit is here in Domo Embed Components. We have to put in our client ID and client secret that we get from a developer. And so I'll go ahead and do that off camera. But basically, that's the only thing I'm going to update, just update these two things. And then once we've done that, what we're actually going to do is we're going to zip it. So in this case, once that's done, I'm going to come in here, and this is the folder that I cloned down, but I'll just zip it. So in this case, on a Mac, it's compressing. If you're on a Windows, I'm sure it's pretty much the same, but basically, you'll just need to zip up basically zip up that folder that we downloaded. Once you have that zipped up, then we'll come over here to Workbench. So like I said, if you're a Salesforce developer, you can easily do this with the CLI. In this case, I am not a Salesforce developer. I don't love the CLI. And so you can actually use this Workbench tool, which is just a web interface. And so you'll just go to this URL that I'll also link in the comments. But you go to this URL, log into your Salesforce instance, and then over here on migrations, we'll say deploy, and then we can choose a zip file. And so I actually saved my zip file as Domo embed LWC zip. So I'll open that. And then I'll say allow missing files and ignore warnings. And in this case, I'll leave the rest just unchecked, but I'll click next. And in this case, it'll just let you know that it's going to be making some metadata changes to your org. So now I'll click deploy. And this will run through, it'll run the test classes that I have. And at the end of the day, if we see the success message, that's a good sign. We can see what components got deployed. So we can see our classes as well as our Lightning Web Component got deployed. And that means we are now good to go. So once you've done this, then you can go over to the Salesforce side and we can come over here to setup. And let's add this component to our contact page. So I'll just type in here contacts and Lightning record pages. In this case, I'm going to edit the Lightning record page and I can add in the new component. And so if everything worked properly, we should see this component under custom. So Domo everywhere, we'll just drag it out. And then if I want to embed something, in this case, I'll change it to a dashboard. And then if I come over to my Domo instance, let's embed this guy right here. So I'll just say embed and then copy the embed ID and come back here. And let's give it a height. And then in this case, if you don't want any filtering, you could just put ID here and then leave this blank. It'll just make sure that everything shows up. So in this case here, we can see that it's rendering good. So then I can save this and then it'll show up on my contact page. But let me show you real quick how the filtering works. And so in this case, I've already accomplished this on my opportunities. So I'm going to come here to opportunities. and Lightning record pages. Okay. So here on the opportunity, now we have this App Studio app. So we have the embed ID, the filter column. So in this case, this is on the Domo side. So this dashboard is powered by an opportunity data set, and the ID is the column that I want to filter on. And then the value, this is on the Salesforce side. So in this case, since I'm on the opportunity, I just need to put ID. But if I wanted to, I could put like name, and that would filter down based on the name. In this case, it would break it because um, or sorry, not break it, but in this case, it'll show all the data, which I don't want. And so I'll just leave it as ID, and that'll filter it down to just be a specific ID. And so to show you how that works, let me show you. So this is my App Studio that's being embedded. And then if I come to an opportunity, let's go to a specific opportunity. It's just going to be filtered down to the specific opportunity that I'm on. Yep. So in this case, we can see that this is a much different App Studio now because it's just filtered down to that specific opportunity. So hope you found this helpful. Like I said, this is an easy way to create a reusable component. That way you install it once, and then your admins can drag it and use it to their heart's content on different Lightning record pages. So thanks.